there is almost 40 to 50 NOCs is required. Their due diligence and everything is to be done with the government, with the MADA and with the BMC's approval. There are tenants, and you need to take the concerns. You need to go to the landlord, then see the FSIs, then getting the cess, non-cess, what is the structure is all about. A lot many things, which is it takes minimum 2 to 3 years for the licensing, minimum. Okay. No projects can be started before 2 to 3 years because there are so many protocol rules and regulations, which is it's not one window clearance. So it takes there is no redevelopment in Kalyana like that. Okay. More precisely, there are the open lands and everything. So once you decide to start with the project, once your concept is clear what you want to do, you can start the work within next couple of months.
Okay.
And in city, when you're doing redevelopment, it's forget about the concept, but it's a feasibility and what do you call that? Due diligence and all the liaison work, which takes at least 2 to 3 years to complete. So it's altogether your speed, your delivery time takes a lot of time. That is why we can say the Mumbai prices are high because of it. Delivery is not faster. It is not because the delayed by the developer, but it is a process is so lengthy. More precisely, if you see that if the redevelopment would have been easy, then all the big developers, would have been in the redevelopment. You see that there are developers which are doing sizable project. They are not in the redevelopment at all. It is because there are so many tenants. Number of tenants. If there are 200 numbers of tenants, then you need to take the concerns. You need to take the NOCs. You need to go to the MADA. You need to take the NOCs from the MADA. Then again you have to do all the different NOCs and all those works. And again, you need to bargain with the tenants for what additional areas and whatever the areas they are demanding. It depends upon the feasibility report and everything. And you don't have knowledge of grassroots level, then you won't be able to sustain your profitability in those projects. That is why people are not keen, because it's a lengthy. Any redevelopment project, if you see in Mumbai, what building you see ready, and you ask the developer when he has taken that property in hand, it will be 5 years or 6 years. You will not see any building which is ready in 2 years from the day of they have purchased or they have done the agreement or they have done the joint venture. More precisely, predominantly what government has taken, still the bill has not been passed. Maybe I don't know what the more is changes are coming. I think this Maharashtra government will support this time for the redevelopment projects. So as the old members prior to 1942, all the old buildings, dilapidated building, will be constructed, will be redeveloped, and it is a win-win situation for the government, for the tenant, and for the developer also. I expect this time they will do it. But till now, it is now what is happening. There are majorly building which has a more than 753 square feet flat or size of rooms. In the redevelopment, if they are getting only 753. If someone is having 2,000 square feet currently as in carpet, in redevelopment they get only 753. And if a developer wants to develop that particular building or particular redevelopment wants to be done in that premises, then either they have to give from the sale aspect, from the sale area, or they have to satisfy that particular tenant in 753. Both the cases cannot be possible, because if he gives from his sale area, then project will not be feasible. As well, if the tenant is agreed with the 753, today there are 4 families living in 2,000 square feet cannot live in 753 square feet. Okay. So those projects are not under development. So all this, the government should form a policy in such a manner that win-win situation for everyone, and this city looks beautiful at a time. What is happening now? Today they are in one lane, there are 10 buildings are in progress or 2 buildings are in progress. But 25 buildings are not in progress. So after 10 years, other 4 buildings are progress. So you will not say consistent like, Chandigarh, what we see, the beautiful city altogether, anywhere you go. City looks beautiful because it is well organized, city. Okay. So that is what not happening, because in that particular pocket, if we go to Girgaon, there are 10 to 15 buildings are in progress. So next 2 years or 5 years, again 2 buildings are progress. So by the time at the 10th year, there are hardly 50% will be covered. So what will be happening? The new building which is being constructed today, after 15 years, become old. The fashion will be different, the outlook, the elevation, everything will be different. Tenants are more concerned on two things, which is it is not what you offer exactly. It is not, they are not much commercialized, but they need to have trust on the developer. The major part, the trust that you will be delivered. And second is if your developer having the sense of getting the knowledge and getting the things out of the tenants, whether what their needs, what is their need gap. In a project in the South Mumbai, if I'm a tenant building, if the developer is proposing that we will be giving you swimming pool or this amenities which will not be useful, that will not work. What is the need gap today, what they desire, what they want, and exactly depend upon their need gap. If it is the things has been delivered by the developer, then they are with the developer, otherwise they are not with the developer. And majorly, while liaising with the tenants, needs to understand that you need to invest the time, and a developer cannot treat them as a tenant. They have to treat them as in their customer, because business is going to come first from there. Unless you get that property, you will not be able to sell your sale component. So they should be treated very respectfully, and as in they are. Generally, slum projects are they are now never been a common building.
Absolutely.
They have never been a common building. There is a separate building for existing slum dwellers and for the sale component.
Okay.
And you will never see any slum project which is having the same amount of market value, which is on the open land or a redevelopment in the under 33/7.
Okay.
It is a less price than because the next is the building in the slum and all this. I agree with your point,
okay,
Mr. Nayak, but more precisely, that is slum is a different building always. It's never been a common building for the sale and the slum. It, in a sense, if the prices are high today, of say, and I'll come to this point because I need to elaborate this first. If you see the property line prices are increasing in the Mumbai, and it is very high price compared to the other cities of India.
Okay.
It is if a landlord is selling at a price wherein a developer has to pay today as an FSI cost only at 12,000, 14,000 or 15,000. So all these changes needs to be converted till communicated to the landlord also. And you cannot force to the landlord that you have to go inside this. The prices is majorly depend upon the buying land, at what price land has been bought. If you see that many mill land which has been bought at the prices of 18,000, 20,000 or 25,000 per square feet, you can consider if the 35% is been given for the reserve plot or for the low cost housing, then the feasibility will not be there.
Okay.
That's okay. Government may come with it there because that is a government land. They may come. This 35% will be given to the low cost housing. Now you give your offer accordingly.
Okay.
The developer may give that offer that way.
Okay.
But what about the private owners of land? They will not reduce the prices, and this government policy is always welcome because the affordable housing is in the need of the things, the low cost housing is in the need of the things. But in which area it is, they should have a different zone only.
Absolutely.
It is better to have zone for the low cost housing or middle income group. They should have a zone that this is ranging from this to this, and that government should define such a manner that everybody is earning and everybody is doing it. Not it is it should be converted into delivery.